What up, y'all? Here we go again. We hitting y'all with another surprise edition. Bull Rad, you already know, featuring Mal Mac. He might tap in later, but a lot of little bullshit been going on, so we're gonna just touch on it. And actually, we want the people to, leave a comment if y'all got some shit for us to talk about, and also call up because the phone line is still open. So, and shout out to all my homies. It's the Bull Rad Show. Let's set it off. What's up? What's up, B Rad? You all right?
Yeah, man, all is good. All is good. Yo, I feel like I just saw you last night or something, right? It's
I
weird.
know it's weird. It's like deja vu. The fuck?
Definitely. How you living, Bush? Everything good?
Man, you already know everything good. Everything good.
Family asleep yet?
Well, my wife is here today, so she putting the baby to sleep. I couldn't last night. It was crazy.
Copy that. Copy that.
She kept
Oh,
popping up.
first and foremost, just want to give a huge shout out to my New York Giants. 2-0 today, baby. 2-0. What's
NYGs,
up? What's up?
NYGs. I fuck with them too.
What's up?
I think they're gonna go all the way. Fuck it. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I mean, we win Super Bowls and we go 0-4, 0-5. We're 2-0. We might never lose.
So y'all see what's going on. Y'all see the topics we about to touch on. But if y'all got something for us to talk about, go ahead, leave it in the comment or call up. Now I want to start with that boy NLE Chopper. He out of Tennessee, young rapper. He's been doing this thing. He's a health fanatic. He's not just your average young boy. He's pretty conscious on his health and things like that. Now he had a girl. I forgot her fucking name. I wanted Malmac to tap in because I'm sure he got the details. This girl, she's a high profile, internet, Instagram type of broad. She look cute, all that other stuff. And NLE feel like, oh, he can't take the temptations. He a rap star. All these broads come at him left and right. He can't take the temptation, so he figured, let me break up with this girl so I won't be cheating. You feel me? So he basically cut it off with the girl, and now everybody got some shit to say about it. And it's including the girl. I know she heard about it, but really she needs to realize, like, unless you're gonna put up with a nigga that's cheating and y'all gonna make that agreement, a dude that's gonna cheat on you, y'all make the agreement to where it's like, yeah, I'm cool with you messing with other girls, then you should commend him for breaking it off because he about to be messing with other girls, basically. Now, why it took my attention is because academics jumped in with his big fat mouth.
That fucking kid needs to shut the fuck up.
Man, seriously. Talking about another man's relationship in his business. See, that's the type of shit. That's when you're crossing the line. When you got that much power and that much people watching you, and you're gonna bash the man for what I say.
His discussing his private sex life with his wife and what agreements and terms they've set their relationship to, and this kid's putting on blast on YouTube like it's fucking like it's information, like it's newsworthy. Like he just said in the video that he's a journalist. Bitch, you ain't a journalist. You're a fucking idiot with a camera.
That's all you are. A fucking idiot with a camera, and you got some power now because you've been doing.
And you got blood in your fucking hands too.
Yes.
Chicago fucking.
We know why. We know why. We know why you got that power.
You got a bunch of fucking teenage kids from Chicago killed by giving out fucking nicknames for stupid shit like shooting people. You're a fucking
shit. Now that's dickhead shit. Now let's get on that because we got these guys, Trap Lord Ross. We got the Swamp Story dude. We got couple other dudes. Can't recall their name, but guess what? One thing they don't do is give these guys names. Chirac, Grim Reaper, the Gatekeeper, this and that. He's giving these dudes names and giving them characters. Now that there is disgusting because that's really pushing the shit.
Dude, it's like fantasy football for the murder game. Like, what are you, crazy?
What are you, a nut? Now
for real. Like clout chasing 16-year-old idiots willing to let a Mac off into a crowd of people or a fully switched out Glock, and you're gonna fucking give this kid a name and give him clout and give him a platform? Like, are you like what? That's why you're not a journalist, bro. Because if you would take journalism 101, you would have learned two things. Well, you would have learned two things. If you had taken the first fucking thing in journalism, and I didn't even take it, but the first thing they teach you is one, you never speak from the version of I. Doesn't matter you're putting a story. There is no I. And two, you never give a platform to violent, evil, or malicious people in any intent. You never spread any kind of negativity.
Man, that's stupid. Now tell me, let me ask you a question now. If he was reporting these crimes in Chicago and not naming these people, not giving these guys personas and giving them like these names and these infamous, notorious, crazy names and making them basically street heroes, do you think he would still have the power if he was just able to really do real journalism and really cover these stories and do it in a certain way? Will he still be as big as he is, or like, you know what I mean?
I don't think he has the integrity to be that. I don't think he has the integrity to be that. I think he's a bloodsucker. I think he's an ambulance chaser. Like I said earlier on, for people that get clout off of other dead people, the way he did, the way other people we've seen in recent weeks have done, I'm not even giving these people names anymore. He got his fucking call. Fuck Texas. I'm just kidding. But
I hear you.
If you make your money that way, or you make your living or your popularity, or just get off on exposing the death of somebody else, like, that's fucking morbid. And there's a special place in hell for you. A special place in hell for you, and you're gonna wind up there. So keep going. Once
you get the money, like, I understand a kid from the ghetto. Yeah, you want to do anything to get that bread and get up out. Shout out to New Age Plug, and he
yeah,
and we going.
That's good, kid. I just sent you an email a few minutes ago. You probably even seen it, but big shout out to you. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate it. Charleston White had to get up on that cat. Like, I just had to, and that's it. I did what I did. I said what I said.
Now, what academics say, any kid from the ghetto, white, black, any kid, he's gonna do what he got to do to get out and try to, I don't care. Like, sometimes you do some shit that's questionable. You do some shit against your better judgment to get out if it's not breaking the law. Yeah, I understand that. But this kid, academics, been rich for a minute, and he still perpetuated the shit. Why, when he had the money? Like, that's a sick motherfucker right there. Honestly, like, like, come on, man. Not even out of fear would I not do that. It's not about fear of my life and nothing. It's just about these kids out there killing each other, and that fucking that culture is spreading across the whole fucking world. I keep talking about it because it's true. It's sick. You know what I mean? We from the streets. We know about the little beef, the little drama when we kids, the little stupid shit. But these dudes are like fucking killing each other, 13, 14, 15. And that's what academics, that's his claim to fame. Now let's talk about how he's jumping into the man's business, and NLE Chopper really got at him, and I'm glad he did. I want NLE Chopper to fucking see him and beat the shit out of his fat ass. That's what I want.
See, I thought that it was just something that I just didn't understand, because when I watched it from academic side. It didn't have NLE's side on it. I could see him talking. I saw him running his fucking mouth. So I was like, oh, he's definitely saying something. Yeah. But I couldn't find it on NLE's page, so I couldn't hear what he was saying. I just couldn't find it somewhere.
It's out there somewhere.
But it looked like he was gonna be getting his ass. But like, that's what academics does. Just sit there, runs his fucking mouth about shit that he don't understand, shit that he never been involved in. Look, just because you come from somewhere doesn't mean you understand it. Seriously. And even if you understand it, doesn't mean you partake in it, and doesn't mean you're good at it, and doesn't mean you respect it. It just means you know about it, but that ain't shit. How did you act in it? How did you react to it? What did it do to you, and what did you learn from it? And you also have to understand. Like, yes, there's some really bad places to live, no doubt. Then there's some nice places to live. Then there's mid-level places to live, where everybody expects the mid-level to upper mid-level places. The people that grew up there, like me, like with the neighborhood I grew up in, people they expect everybody to fucking just have a great life and be happy. But like, you have no idea whose house you're walking into on my block who doesn't have food tonight, doesn't have their power on. Their car is going to get taken, so they park it 3 blocks away at a friend's driveway, with a tarp on it. Like, I mean, that's legit. There's people who are, there's a thing called house poor. You make just enough to be able to get a mortgage, and then you soon find out you literally can't afford anything else. And that shit happens. And then everybody around you expects you to just be like normal because you don't have these issues. And who the fuck can you tell about that? At least if you live in the hood, like, everybody's kind of aware of what's up, and it's just understood. And it's not a person in that situation, not equally fucked, a different type of fucked. I would say coming from, a real bad neighborhood, obviously, is the worst you can get. But I'm just saying that not everybody that lives in the suburbs fucking has a white picket fence, a dog, and a good relationship. In fact, I'd say 90% of the people here got some really fucked issues in their house.
I believe it. And guess what? Academics don't come from that, so this don't apply. Academics, he had a chance. I think he even went to college. He was a good kid. And,
he doesn't seem stupid, which is why it bothers me more.
Yeah. Exactly.
He seems educated. He seems like he should have some fucking goddamn sense and some manners. Who raised this cat? Like,
he wants money, and that's what he's doing right now. Now he got that power and that money, and he's really going crazy. Like, big act, king act. Like, but it's all good. But I'm just saying, like, stay out of people's personal business, man.
look, I mean, listen, that's a difficult situation to be in, to like come up and either have nothing or not have much, or just enough to get by, or even a little bit more. But then you can actually see big money. But you got to do something that you're really not cool with. Some people are just like, fuck it. But when you say fuck it, you're agreeing to just not care. And with that comes so much more than that one deal. Because if you're willing to accept doing that, then what else are you willing to bend your original?
That's the point. That's the point right there. That's the point right there.
So whatever, he'll get caught embezzling money in 3 or 4 years if he keeps doing good business.
Or sucking dick. I don't know.
Well, he'll suck dick. He'll get caught for embezzlement.
I'm not a gay basher, but I'm just saying, like, that's the characteristics. You feel me?
Look, he can get both. He can get caught embezzling money, not have the money to give it back, rip people off, owe debt, wind up going to jail, and then he becomes somebody's sweet boy because he got a nice, cute, round face.
Yeah. And he a little plump boy.
that's a 2-for-1 on our dreams. So we just gotta pray for that one, and it'll happen.
Yeah, but fuck that dude, man. He's a fucking clown. This is about academics, really, because he's getting
it fucking is now. It fucking is now. Because like we could come on here and say some real off-color shit, not just talk shit about clowns, but like we could go in on any fucking person.
Yeah. We could give people nicknames. We could go in on all the crimes and talk about. We could get real gritty with it if we want.
Bro, the thing is people don't even pay attention. You wouldn't even have to go far. Like, there's videos right here that are super foul about very famous people, and it just doesn't get sent around.
Yep. It's
got like 450 views, and you're like, that's impossible. And it's real, it's true. And you're like, that's impossible, but that's how you find out that that's just rigged. But they're just never gonna allow that out. They're just gonna fuck up with the algorithm and change it on purpose. They'll never let it.
If you look at whackademics, is what we're gonna call them now on this channel. We call them whackademics.
I'm surprised he even has a show. I would feel like that shit would get shut down.
The one thing he has is consistency, and that's why he's winning. That's why he got to where he at, because he didn't stop. So unfortunately, he kept going with the same old bullshit, and now he's doing it in another way. You know what I mean? He really is. But shout out to NLE Chopper. You chose to do that.
What did he say? What did he actually say? What actually happened? Because like I said, I just heard academics talking, and
that's why I want Malmac to be here, because really he the one. But
where's he at?
Malmac, you better tap in, motherfucker. But we about to move on to the next topic. But,
he's busy. Is he working?
Nah, he's supposed to be here. He might be. He a family man. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But
so bring the kids on. Bring the kids on. We're a family channel.
New Age Plug. I don't know if you're still here, but y'all doing that debate, because we don't ask bet over here on this channel.
Yo, why don't we tap Plug in and ask him? Let's fire. Let's get that on. We need an opinion.
Yo, you called up before, New Age Plug. Call up. Let me see. Let me hear your opinion on this.
I think you should send him the link. Send him the link and have him sign in. He's on his computer editing videos.
I ain't got his phone number or nothing. But I want to hear what you think about academics. So yeah, I'll let him tap in. We'll do a show with New Age Plug. I don't give a fuck. We on the come up. We on the rise. Everybody that jump on now is those going to be there with us in the end. You heard?
Yeah, we're just picking out our spot, and then we're gonna just hold it down over here for now.
But yeah, whackademics, you a sucker. You'll do anything for clout.
Yo, Reek got in his ass, man. Like heavy on your show. He got in him. Like.
Oh yeah, right.
That heading is beautiful. It's like, why whack?
I ain't even.
Sucks now without Reek. That was beautiful.
No, guess what? I ain't gonna blow it up. But I ain't come with that. I didn't. You know what I mean?
I would not believe for 1 second that he would even attempt. He seems like a cool guy, but he wouldn't even think of letting you name the title. Like, he came with the title.
Thank you.
I can see this cat. Like, he's the one who shows up when you're 13 and tells you what you're gonna do all day, and then makes you fucking do this dumb shit. And it's always his style, and it's off. You can tell he's off a little bit. What's up with him? You talk to him? Let's get into it. Let's really get into it. Let's be honest for a minute. Nobody's paying attention to us tonight. Let's just answer a question. Like,
What do you want me to ask?
Yeah,
what do you want me to tell you about him?
Well, I want the people that to hear me ask you the question. Like, yeah, is there something going on between you two? Like, is there an issue of some sort?
There's some confusion with some pay, some bullshit, and it's all bullshit because I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said last time he brought it up, I said, "What do you mean?" Okay, give me the details. He said, "Oh, never mind, it's good now." But then he just texted me a bunch of shit. Oh, they saying my PayPal account, I owe this much money because the money you sent got some dumb shit, bunch of stupid shit.
Oh, yeah, it got lost and you got to send it again.
Yeah, but then we didn't even we used Cash App and at the end the PayPal that shit didn't go through. So everybody, I got my money back, whatever, and then I ended up using Cash App to Phoenix. So that's what happened. And now he's texting me some bullshit, and I'm like, "Yo, stop playing with me." So he stopped texting me basically, but.
Wait, so let me get this right. So right now we're talking about. I hope you guys know it's
CEO Reek Wax.
CEO Reek. Yeah, so he was on Clubhouse. Basically, he was with Whack 100, and I've seen Whack actually discuss him before I even knew that you even knew this cat. And he was talking about how he's like, yo, I wish him well. He's young. He's like, he's great. He's like, he's great at what he does. He's gonna be big, and all these things. But he said that he's immature, and he said that he's very selfish. And then all of a sudden, I see him. I call in. I even spoke with him for a second. Seemed cool. The show was cool. I watched, and then I just said, hear this about you, and she's like, so homeboy went from a huge market, right? And then he comes on. You gave him an opportunity, whether you know him or even if he were doing you a favor, you're still doing him a favor.
That's a fact, because he could have kept here and started creating his voice. Right.
And it's like, bro, like if you believe that you're destined for great things, then why would you break your friend's balls who's just getting rocking? When he did right, because I know there's no way you did anything.
I was about to say that. I was about to ask you, I'm a straight up dude. So
I know that whatever it was, you paid it, and that's what it was. And now he's talking some dumb shit, and it's just like, bro, like. One, you're burning bridges either with the smaller people who you're going to see again, or you just fucked up and you had an opportunity on a very small platform and you fucked that up too.
Yours, you know what I mean, and come up, but no, but whatever. And
that's just that weak shit. But I just wanted to mention it because that's legit right there. Like that's something people might want to know because they know this cat and like
CEO Reek is on some
bullshit.
You know what I mean? I'm done with it. I've been trying. I got some shit. I could tell y'all some things, but I ain't gonna do it.
No, not even that. And to be honest, I might even try to contact him and see if maybe we can get him to come on and get him to apologize, or at least attempt to discuss his end of it.
See what's going on, because I ain't violate him or nothing. I'm telling the truth for what happened. Period.
That's what I'm saying. So let's talk about it. Let's see what it is. Like, let's see what it is. Let's have an indoor meeting in public.
CEO Reek, I ain't no rich motherfucker. You feel me? You ain't gonna finesse me for no couple dollars, and you know that.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You know this cat, and he comes through. Like, are we even monetized? Do we get paid for this?
That's what I tell you. No, not at all. And that's by my choice. It's a strategy.
Exactly, it's being held off. So there's not a dollar coming into this right now.
Nothing.
That's why there's not a.
You hear us say the stuff we say, and certain words might come up or whatever, but we really trying to build up, the team. You see me, the team. Like shout out to certain people. Y'all know who y'all are, and it's only gonna get bigger. And once we get to where we need to be, then boom, we're gonna set the show off on a whole nother situation.
We're not gonna be on some bullshit. We're not gonna take $150 out of the money or $200 or $300 out of every week out of our money just to like put up some shitty curtains that look like trash anyway. Like,
and this is really a strategy because we want our core base to know the real us before we go monetizing, and then we're held back from saying certain things and doing, you know what I mean? So yeah, don't worry about it though. But to answer your question, we're not monetized. So I don't know if he think we making money off of this or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. So like I'd like to ask him, like, why would you even press somebody after the agreement was fulfilled about money when you know it's not even like that? Like,
And you know it ain't true.
Your friend came up out of pocket to give you a place to talk.
That's it. That's
Like,
it.
fuck did you do? Show up and pitch fucking little bottles of vodka? That's
Oh,
fucking, treating the channel like a fucking infomercial. Like, what the fuck are you doing out here?
little bottles of fucking cheap vodka.
We gave you marketing. We want $250 for the marketing. Fucking
And that's a fact. And I went against
send this cat an invoice. Send this cat an invoice, and then send it to fucking and then and then send it to Whack too, and let him know it's going down.
I could have burned the bridge with Whack fucking with this nigga.
Let's get him. Let's be the feature soundbite this week on fucking Clubhouse. Let's get him.
Whatever.
If he started hearing that Rico is money around town, he'd be all over that. If he had receipts in his hand, he'd be all over that.
I'm gonna tell him right now. And
I'll take an invoice tonight.
But if he get on YouTube, then he's my op. Unless he called me and we talk about this shit. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna be watching and scrutinizing everything.
Wow, tonight's getting crazy. We normally don't talk much to you folks. We just kind of talk in general. But yeah, like, all right. So you're seeing what's going on. We're super grassroots.
If he get with some other channel, that channel's my op and he's my op. I don't give a fuck.
Bottom line is we're still grassroots. We're never gonna fake it. So until it's appropriate to do so, we're gonna rock how we need to rock. And also things that go down with us on this, they're gonna be handled face to face. Like we're not gonna be talking about this. Like we're still low enough, but we gotta go and see people after this shit.
Yeah. We real
stuff. We got real fucking lives. Bottom line, like we got real lives, so we got to straighten that shit out. This could potentially affect it. So it is what it is. So let's see if we can get Reek on here and speak his piece. And if not, then maybe we should talk to Whack on the low.
Yeah, for real. We'll see. Because I really feel violated. I feel like he was trying to just finesse me. Like I'm a real dummy. This kid is young. He young. He not old. You don't know who he talking to. I'm the grimiest of the grimy. X.
He just bounced from a huge platform. He just bounced. He had an option on a huge platform, and he cut ties with a very important person in what exactly he's doing.
Yeah, he got something on Instagram called the Reek Effect. Somebody paid for him to do a show, and he's standing up somewhere on stage. They didn't show the crowd or nothing. I don't know if any, but he was. It looked, he need to just keep doing what he's doing. That's all. Stop trying to finesse me out of a couple dollars though, because that's the facts. That's just what happened. Period. Sorry.
Maybe we should find out where that is and maybe invest a few dollars in some tickets and take some of the fucking the bulls with us. Take some of our fans with us and go ask them face to face. And anybody that subscribes to the show can come for free with us because we'll have tickets for you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's go check out Reek's show and ask him what's up. What's he doing in Bush?
Yo, and then back to the karma thing and all that. Wait, I wish Malmac was here. Where did T Greezy live when it went down? Was it in LA somewhere? Do you know?
I think he was in LA when it happened, but he's from Detroit, right?
He's from Detroit, and his claim to fame. He did time for burglary, running up the spots, jewelry heist type of shit.
Check it out. So like he gets street cred off that, which I understand 100%. He's about it. He was running up in there with the 2 million, getting his money. No, but seriously, all that admits is like, yo, I used to stick guns in people's faces, and guess what? I'm not that good at it because they bagged me up super quick.
Like street cred off of that. That's a myth. You know what I mean? Because the nicest rappers ain't never been to jail. A lot of them. That's just a myth. He gets cred because he know how to rap and put that song together. And that first song.
The nice rappers usually are very thoughtful, intelligent, and time-taking people. I think if they were to go out and commit crimes, it would be of the intelligent version. It wouldn't be some smash and grab. It wouldn't be some fucking entry-level, junior-level, shotgun fucking go to jail for 10 years robbery. Like, they're going to be a little bit more smart,
And you already know, like, the nicest rappers, you could tell their intelligence from their lyrics. You already know.
Like, you'll see rappers today who, like especially ones from down south, because, like, if you're not used to the accents, it can throw you off. You can mistake a southern draw for, not being of intelligent, and that's just not the case at all. It's just not. I actually watched a whole study about it. It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But they say immediately people just think less of people with a southern accent when you're from up north. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
slower.
It's slower and it sounds like you're not understanding at first. You're not picking up too quick, but that's not the case at all. But I don't know. Just it was fascinating. And I feel like that just ties into that completely.
Well, send me the link. I'm gonna check it out. But he was in jail for burglary, taking people's shit, and now he became a victim of getting his shit taken. You feel me? They say $1 million. That's a big hit for him. He's rich, but come on.
That's a nice lick. Why has he got $1 million in his house?
No, of jewelry in jewelry.
Oh, that's different. All right. Well, if that's the real number, we'll see. That's definitely padded. I don't give a fuck whether it's automatically by a jeweler in a clause or he just gave him a number. That shit's padded heavy. Those shits were hollow. Those stones weren't VVS quality. Like, I don't want to hear it.
So, we automatically know it's padded, but if it is, so say they padded it 50%,
it's going to be like 350 to 550. They'll try to get 750 and be happy. But sounds like a deal all around.
Do you think, because a lot of dudes, of a certain stature, they should be insured. Now with him, I don't know if it was insured. I don't think it was, say the truth. Ghetto dudes don't be certain dudes. I don't know.
See, that pisses me off. Like, why do I need insurance when I should just get my money back because you motherfuckers out there who are supposed to stop people like this let this dude run up in my crib and take
that ain't the jury people
$750,000 worth of art and diamonds and gold out of my fucking house.
Yeah, but that's not what
happened if my daughter bumped into him in the hallway. Like,
I feel you. And so you're saying
you should just get it the fuck back. Like, our country should start paying back for the debt and just start fucking.
Hell no. Then everybody will be robbing each other. Come on, man. Y'all hear what the fuck this dude is saying? People will be robbing themselves. Like,
Insurance companies should be fucking doing it, but we shouldn't have to pay the premiums. It should be like $20 a month and you get everything you ever own covered because they're fucking so rich. It's ridiculous. Like, bro, no way. I'm just saying, like, yeah, okay, fine. Insurance companies, but it should be like $20, not thousands a month.
So if his jewelry wasn't insured, he not getting that shit back, basically.
It depends. It depends on who he is and who his people are. Like, do they value these things or assets, or is this just shit that they just have and they don't know? They literally don't know that it's considered an asset.
All I'm saying is, y'all in LA, get the fuck out of there.
Yo, everybody who's got money is getting out of LA right now. Like, bro, you can't even go to a chicken and waffle spot without getting shot for your chain these days.
Rest in peace, P&B Rock.
Yeah, that was cold. Yo, they did him cold, and his girl fucked up, and everybody's gonna wonder if she had something to do with it. That I wouldn't believe that, to be honest. With you. I don't know them. I just don't think that would be the case. Like, I can see it, sure, but I doubt that. I think it was
some YouTuber was reporting that his girl went and emptied his accounts immediately after his death. But
went what?
After his death, she went and emptied all his accounts and shit. But I'm like,
well, she might have. She
was trying to get that bread before the bloodsuckers come. I don't know. Hey,
I would too. Fuck that. Yeah. He probably would have told, babe, go get my fucking loot and get the fuck up out.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
who's he gonna give it to? Who's he gonna give it to? His lawyers, his people, and like they'll donate 10% to his family. Yeah. Like, he can go pay them and still have loot.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: these rappers, they learned about posting a location and shit like it's all sweet.
No, that's some real shit right now that even regular everyday people should consider, but absolutely rappers cannot even tell you where they're at.
So T Greazy, like, he could have been somewhere on tour or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say. Where was he at that they knew that he wasn't home?
Yep. When you're a known figure, it don't matter. And dudes,
you can go on right now and find out where any star is.
Any star is at, and that's the crazy part. And then dudes that they could weigh it out. Like, does he have people there at the house? Probably not. They probably all with him. Let's run up in there and get the bread. But somebody else said it was an inside hit.
I was just gonna say it could have been his man. Could have been his man. If it went so smooth and so perfect and it's just $1 million cool gone. That's a nice lick. Like, it's got a good ring to it.
Another YouTuber said it was an inside hit because they were in and out so quick. They went right to the spot and they knew exactly where to go and they was out.
Okay, so what are they? Are they dating one of his very young daughters? I think he has like young children. Are they? Is there a boyfriend who just bagged the place, some 6-year-old kid or some shit, or is it like some random thief who doesn't know him that well, or some guy who hates him who has no fucking clue what the floor plan?
They don't even gotta hate him to see that bread and be like, man, I need that. I'm fucked up.
All right, so it's either his friend. It's either his friend or it's the random dude who built the house.
I don't know who it is, but I just feel like it's inside because they didn't go through the house. Real thieves, they go. The people it's random. They rushing through the whole shit until they, you know what I mean. They not. It's not like right to the spot.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. I'm saying like who. I was like, who that doesn't already know him or built that house could possibly rob him. Like,
man,
it's got to be his friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's not possible.
And we can't even sleep on the fact that we hire maids. They'll have maids, they'll have butlers, they have these people mowing the lawn. All these motherfuckers. Who cares? Because sometimes even they could take advantage of it. Little Maria in the corner or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. Pedro who do the no, I'm sorry, but
and when somebody with a mask runs in and puts a gun in your face, you just stare at the gun. You don't look at the mask, you don't look at the person, you just stare at that gun for 20 seconds till it's out of your face. And then your human memory is awful too.
Yeah.
So
I doubt they were plot.
He probably left and came back a half hour later, and somebody else's little hoop rock fucking threw a mask on and robbed his own house for the cameras.
They didn't have
his maid's face.
It wasn't a robbery; it was a burglary, and it wasn't like the one.
No, they're saying he's got to have cameras, so they're gonna have video of somebody coming in and out.
With a mask
or his refrigerator's got a camera. Something's got a camera on it.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter's teddy bear.
You're right. So, and actually, I believe we'll find out who did it anyway. Eventually, they're gonna find out. The boys is at work, and I'm gonna predict it was an inside job. That's all.
I think it would have to be, like I said, unless it's someone who absolutely hated him and had super intricate knowledge of the inside of his house, which is not ever going to happen. One, and two, fucking the guy who built the house and installed the safe. Maybe. Like, sounds like a pretty shitty person to do that. I think they'd check him first.
That's a fact. You know, I lived in Cali and all that, and we used to go around these neighborhoods and stuff. It's wide open, basically. If you got them boys, and now they realizing, this shit is wide open, and they leaving. But you can't live like that no more out there in the cities and major cities like that.
Look, LA. I remember going to LA and thinking, yo, you can't breathe out here. Like, you could never do anything out here. You can't be inconspicuous about shit on any block in LA, in my opinion, for most of it. You know what I mean? Especially towards like the center of everything. You know, like where everything's going down and shit. Like. With the out in eastern, other parts of LA and shit gets a little different. But the one place that I went to that fascinated me there, and I didn't really like it up north. I like it way up north in the mountains up there. Mm-hmm. But like coming into SFO and then going up into like when we got up this, like, Mendocino was dope. That was fire. Mm-hmm. But like just when we were in San Francisco, like I just did not feel comfortable in San Francisco. And this was only like 5-6 years ago.
It's dangerous out there. I used to live in San Francisco too. Shout out to Double Rock Projects. They knocked them projects down, but we used to live there, and not even just being safe with like violence and stuff. Like right after we left, it was a major earthquake that fucking was crazy. You feel me? But the thing is, like Cali, they went through the gang shit, deep gang history, killing each other. It kind of evolved. They still killing each other, obviously. It's still disgusting with that.
So we're going to go down, but it's not so much a war now, it's a money thing.
I feel like they know the power of their unity, and they feel like they realize they're getting smart because it's evolving. Now look at Chicago. Imagine if them gangs realize, let's stop killing each other and get together and go run up in the jewelry store. No. Not saying I'm condoning none of this shit, but this is what I'm saying. Like, it's the evolution of the bullshit. Like, it's retarded, really. You know what I mean?
That's why gangs in New York, and this sounds weird, but it's actually pretty true. Like, there definitely are many gangs in New York and a bunch of people in them. But gang life, like that Cali gang bang life, like that's a certain lifestyle. We don't have that here in New York. We don't live like that in New York. And I've always said maybe the little bit that puts it over to the fact that it's not is because first and foremost, New York, we're hustlers. So like most hustlers are not going to grind out and hand off to somebody else when all they're doing is putting heat on them and fucking up their business. Everybody wants to sit back and get their fucking bread and do it all by their lonely or with their brother or their best friend and cousin, because those are the cats who may not speak.
You're right. Yep, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost New Yorkers, but then you do obviously are gonna have a lot of
have the guys.
It's
and
New
now
York. I mean,
but they training, it's different now, homie.
we ain't on that bullshit. Like nobody wants anybody to come shoot up the block every third day so that you can't do any business. I'm just not kidding. Like it's just legitimate. Like that's a legitimate thing to say. We're not about that bullshit.
Like, we don't want that shit out here.
What do they always say to you in New York?
Out here,
what do they always say to you in New York when you're in the wrong, when you're not in the best place of town and you don't know people that are around and you're walking around somewhere but you're lost, so you walk back and forth a few times and there's people outside chilling and shit, right? What's the first thing they fucking say to you?
What? I didn't hear the question.
I said if you're somewhere in New York that you're not familiar with, right? And it's like, and it's not a great neighborhood, and you're lost, and you're walking back and forth for like 20 minutes up and down the same 3 or 4 blocks, and the same people are chilling in the corner or whatever we're at. These people are just watching you walk back and forth. What are they going to say to you? What's the first thing they're going to say to you?
I don't know. They're going to be like, you ain't from around here. Like, move.
Exactly. They're going to be like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? I don't know. I love California. I have a bunch of people out there. I have a great time when I go out there. I've been out there several times. Always have fun. Every single place we have, there's just solid people everywhere. And Cali love is a real thing. Like people take care of people out there.
I love Cali.
Yo, it's different. They move different. Like you can avoid trouble out there, but like there are just a lot of people out there, and a lot of them are fucking crazy. They're fucking wild.
Organization that they have to where, like I said on a show, another show, whatever, like if you could organize at least 20 people that's all with the same cause, you fucking crazy powerful. These dudes could organize fucking
bro, there's like 36 subsets to every fucking crew out there. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah.
And half, like when an organization has a bunch of smaller street gangs under their name, you know, half them little street gangs would fucking cut that dude's throat to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really with you. They're just fucking with you so they don't get dropped. They're doing their thing.
Most of these kids join the gangs for that fame of looking at the bigger homie like, wow, I only that.
Looking up, but also not having anything. If they don't have a family, like if their family,
they don't have anything. Yeah, of course, yeah, that's a part of it for sure.
They're always going to go to that for love. Because all that really is just hanging out with your boys who make a vow to be down for you 1,000%, and like, you know, they'll wind up killing for you, and like it's all young boys. It's so terrible, but like it's so understandable too. At the same point, it's so fucking understandable.
That's
like
it's almost, rest in peace. It was a gang allegedly, and I ain't gonna go into that. And then look at PNB Rock. I guarantee this is the prediction. It was a gang member that did that, and they're gonna find out whatever else. It might be one of the dudes from that area, and now that area is more on the map like that. Just like how that other kid from the other set that start with an H is more on the map, unfortunately, because of the death of Pop Smoke. Now look at this. Now T Greezy, guaranteed it's another gang, and that's just what I'm saying. But the organization is the real effectiveness that they got. You know what I mean? That's very effective to where one dude from the set could call up his 5 boys and go do something in the name of the set. You know what I mean? And if it's a bigger problem, they could get more than a couple 5. They could get whatever they need. Tell you the truth, if they got the time. And that's what I'm saying. That's why people look at like people like Big U, who's in control. Well, not in control, but he's the big homie of a big gang. Like the 60s, they known to be the biggest gang. Like. Then you got the Hoovers. That's another big gang. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. It's dangerous. It's crazy. And that's what's going down. Like, the organization that they have is just ill. Now, if they could use that shit, it sound cliche, sound like, you know, like whatever. But if they could use that shit for something positive and get that bread legally, it'll be a beautiful thing, man. They could even use it to save kids or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
That's like
about money and all that.
literally all the only thing that would need to happen is they would have to hire a couple like legal type people and some secretaries, right? And everybody that's on the grind and out there banging and going hard, all they do is turn around and do like, what's the one thing you would do for your family if you could have had somebody do something for you when you were younger? And whatever they said, all right, that's what you do. So like now you run a fucking a grocery store or a grocery service. You know what I mean? You're not in a fucking grocery store. Like you're answering phones and sending food out. Like they all went out and grinded up money doing things like that. It would be the same fucking sense of accomplishment, and then they would have families and children and lives that they would enjoy. And fucking instead, they just want to fucking kill each other. Could you imagine, bro? Like I couldn't imagine killing more than 10% of the kids I went to high school with. You know what I
mean? Nah, these kids, they
no, I'm just kidding. That was literally just.
They fucked up though. That for real. Something going on upstairs with these kids and what they breeding and how they like.
Every generation says that because every generation moves different. But like, dude,
nah, but
you're what 5 years old? You're 5 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
How many kids died over those fucking Patrick Ewing? Over those Charles Barkley's, the sneakers.
People died.
How many kids got shot for black Air Forces? You know what I mean? Like, how many kids got shot for sneakers in the 90s? Remember when they were doing that? That was Nobody gets shot for their sneakers unless they're trying to make a point about it.
I know. It was disgusting.
For sneakers, for $100 sneakers, bro. They weren't even $250, $500, $5,000 yet. They were still retail store prices. Mm-hmm. They were $125 at fucking Modell's.
And guess what? They had people like us speaking on it and trying to change it when it was going down. Now hip hop, it's never been like this to where you got to be a killer to be lit in hip hop type of shit. And
well, that's because hip hop is all about. You said to yourself, hip hop's all about being real. And at this point, these kids look at it as, all right, rap has been going and going and going. We came up on like the gangster rap that we enjoyed in like the late 90s all the way through now. All the gangster rappers and all the younger kids coming out were like, bro, these guys are gonna pretend to be that. Like, I'm gonna be better than that. I'm gonna be that and talk about it too. But I also think like when you live your life and you don't have like a 9-to-5 job, like you're just hanging out, probably have a lot of downtime, and it's probably just spent smoking weed bullshit with your friends. So like, I feel like that's where that poetry and that music and those lines originate from. I'm not talking about the songs that we hear on the radio. I'm talking about like the real core of it. You know what I mean? Like where that shit's starting out, like just kids chilling around, breaking, fucking killing time, bro. Killing time, doing something creative with each other. And then one's nice. I know somebody, and then we're lucky enough to hear about it. So we're very lucky to have this.
For sure. But I'm just saying, I guess, I'm old and you're right, because back in the day there was violence in the hip hop and the parents was like, what the hell? You hear a guy say some shit about you every once in a while. Even in the
while somebody was about it. Like who was about it? Who was about it? Shine and Cassidy, they were about it.
Man, it was all kind of crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, no, there was a lot of other shit that happened. But I'm just saying, like, there wasn't that many killers. These kids they're killers before they're even famous.
Yeah, that's the difference. But
they're neighborhood known or club scene known, but I don't know.
That's the difference. Now let's get into that last topic.
Yeah. Sorry, folks, we didn't mean to talk about all this nonsense in between.
Nah, it's all good. You ain't gotta apologize. Shit. Let's get into that last topic. Trory Lanez, he's in a lot of trouble, right? Not a lot of trouble, but he's fighting a lot of cases. And now all of a sudden, this dude August Alsina pop up with a tweet or something with a picture of him looking crazy, looking like a stage. Basically, it looked like he got ketchup on his face. But I ain't gonna say that because I know it was probably real. But it's just like
looks like he got his motherfucking head split open. Is what it looks like.
Well,
that wasn't like a one shot. I don't like you. Like
somebody beat him up.
Somebody put it on him, and he took a beating. And if it was Trory Lanez, that's just really not a good look. But Academics asked.
Wait a minute, Trory said it wasn't him, man.
But Academics called his ass. Academics called Trory Lanez and asked him. Wow. He's like, you're on live. He's like, all right. And he's like, yo, can I ask you a question? He's like, nothing crazy.
Wait a minute.
Academics.
He said he wasn't there, so he wasn't there. That's what I'm jacking.
That's what he said. He wasn't there. He wasn't there, so he has no clue why that was put up at all. That's what he said. He said he wasn't there.
And the thing is, wait a minute though, because August. It's not really like, and it's a guy. He a rapper, right, or whatever, but he's not like a gangster rapper. He's just a rapper, right? Do you know about him?
I looked at him. I'm not gonna lie. My first thought of him is he looked like a victim from a certain group, or
he looked like a victim.
He looked like a straight victim, bro. He looked like, I thought like he had like a hate crime brought against him for like, you know, racial or gay, mainly gay. That's what I really thought. I thought it was like a hate crime based on, you know, him being gay.
So after he got his ass beat, he had his man hold the camera
and take a picture of his ass leaning against the wall, bleeding like a chump,
looking down and looking crazy. That's the
part. What was he wearing? Like, what was he wearing? Like fucking like white skinny jeans and a fucking Hawaiian shirt tucked in. Like,
I don't understand the mind state of after you get your ass beat.
Let somebody take a picture of you,
bro. Take this picture. I gotta post this shit.
Bro, when I was growing up, after I had gotten my ass kicked pretty decently, if my boy took a picture of me, I would have fucked him up.
Pretty decently.
I would have taken all the anger that I didn't let out in the first fight and unloaded on my boy and just, like, give me a reason. Somebody's taking that picture of him. That's a fuck boy. He's a bitch.
Yeah, he's a bitch too, just like him. Because, like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like,
who are you? Like, and where are this kid's other friends to not smack that kid in his face?
Who's the bitch that when he said, take this picture, who said, okay, yeah. No, you're supposed to be like, what? Nah, check this out, blah, blah, whatever. Like, nah.
unless they're looking for that lawsuit.
I guess, yeah. That's another way to play it.
Why don't you go with somebody who's got money, who's at least in the area?
But if Trory really put hands on the nigga, because
I think he did it so badly. Because the way he answered fucking academics was classic. He's like, yo, you beat that kid's ass? He's like, yeah, I wasn't even there.
He said some 4'3" looking dude approached him, Trory. He threw a shot at him in a statement, something like that. He said,
yo, but just the way he answered it when he said, yo, I wasn't even there. It's the way you start off a story to your boys when you know you're bullshit and they know you are too.
So you're gonna go ahead and say Trory did it.
I will not condemn him. I'm just saying I think he did it, and he's got to say he wasn't there. You know what I mean? But like he fucking had a reason to. Fuck that. You know, like
what was the reason to do that?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's been fucking him.
No, because academics, and then not academics saw some shit. I heard he said that basically he been fucking him. Why would you say? It just hit me.
Yo, I was waiting. I'm like, you didn't hear that? I was like, you didn't think that was funny? I was like, you're just gonna let that slide like I didn't say it?
It hit me late. But wait.
No, that's good. Thank you.
He said homie at August dapped his whole crew up, the bodyguards, and then when he got to Trory, he ain't want to dap him up. And Trory went up like, yo, what up? Why you ain't want to dap me up?
Why you being a punk?
Yeah, basically, you know that. You know what I'm saying. And then dude probably went, and then Trory took off. Boop, boop, boop. And that's basically how it went down. I'm sensitive like that too. You ain't gonna come dap my crew up and then not
acknowledge me because that means that means that's not some passive shit. There's a problem.
That's the real shit.
And if there's a problem, we're gonna discuss this. I'm unaware at this moment. I'm unaware at this moment what your fucking problem is, and now I want to know. Now you've intrigued me.
I'm gonna make a guess, and it's because of the Megan Thee Stallion case, and August is friends with her, and they're going through the shit. So now he's like, ooh, Trory Lanez.
You know what it is? And these cats, I don't care. They would shoot me for saying it, but they'll admit it in 30 years when they're like 50 in jail, and they're just gonna say, I was just being dumb and ignorant. I could have easily avoided that situation, but I chose not to because I was angry. The same fucking reason you hear in every jail show when they talk to the dude who's been in there forever. You know what I mean? He says the same shit. What would you like to do? What's your wish? To go back and talk to an injured boy before they pull the trigger. You heard that like 60,000 times.
all the time. Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
And,
Now,
the bottom line comes down to these kids could be fucking grown men and take what somebody says about them and be like, bro, fuck you, and walk away and not care, or be mad but walk away. Like, just murdering people is insane. But I just want to know. In the end, I'd love to know, because it's not just people printing them. Like, where are all these switches coming from right now? Where are they being made?
They're coming from all kind of places.
I've watched the stories on them. But like, I don't believe that. I want to know the one. But it all boils down to certain one person. Somebody owns a patent on that or some shit. You know what I mean? And to have the rights to it and are making all the money legally, but they're scumbags. And I'd love to know who that is, because like, that's for one thing and one thing only. That's for one thing and one thing only. Killing everybody in front of you. And if that's a necessary thing, I think an army should make that for their soldiers, and that's about it. Like, you don't fucking sell that on wish list, you know, as like a closet accessory or some shit. Whatever they do, they were selling pieces to make AR-15s fully automatic, and they were referring to them as hanger adjusters for closets. They were like metal fucking rails, and you put it in AR-15, makes it automatic, and they were selling it on wish list for $20. It was fucking insanity, I swear to God. But I'm just saying, like, why are they even bothering making equipment like that? Especially for use other than a military.
They're in demand.
Shit like that shouldn't be mass produced, is what I'm saying. There's no reason for that. But like,
in a capitalistic society, you already know that. So everything that make money is one. And if they keep promoting this hip hop and the violence and the kids with they talk about the guns more than like a girl or anything. Like, we used to talk about girls and our clothes and some shit like that. They talk about them things. 30-round drum on the 100.
Well, then, is it just progression though? Is it just progression? Because when rap started out, it was about dancing, talking to girls, and like fast food.
It's not progression; it's evolution. It's progression, of course, because it's making more. Hip hop is good. And
well, I didn't mean like progression of like the movement. I just meant progression, like it proceeding forward. So it went from that to like getting a little bit more hard.
Yeah, that's the evolution.
And then the gang element gets put in it, and now it's just a whole different. It's a whole different era with the drill shit. So eventually, hopefully, drill will be a category, but no longer really dudes who are doing it, or you'll have like 3 groups who are into it anymore, but it becomes like a category or a type of music. You know what I mean?
No, it's becoming more mainstream, and it's all good. Shout out to my boy East 87. He said it came from black market. You can't stop the black market. I think he referring to the guns and how.
Yeah, but who made them? Because it's not some dude in his basement in Lebanon making these things and putting them on fucking wish list. You know what I'm saying? A weapons manufacturer made them. Why?
Black market.
You can make 10,000 of them. You can make 10,000 of them and give them to the army that ordered them. You don't need to make 10 million of them and have them on shelves for fucking 3 years in your store waiting to sell them to fucking any asshole who knows a security guard at your warehouse.
It don't matter. If you want the money. If you got the money,
that's what I'm talking about. But I want to know who fucking owns it. Honestly, who owns it?
What? Nobody owns. Okay, East 87 said the Mexicans. I don't know, but I'm sure the cartel got something to do with these things. You feel me?
I agree with that. I'm just saying, you know that whole situation boils down to one people or a group of people together. You know that, like that is a thing that was set in motion by a certain group of people.
America,
scumbags. What
we just said, we always been about guns, but we never been that sick. Now we killing each other and shooting each other, mass shootings. That's the thing that's because of whatever's going on with the media, whatever's going on that's making these people like that. It's different. We're different from back in the Flintstone days or whatever the fuck. Back then it was more simple or whatever else. Now we are fucking fucked up, most of us, from all the shit and the access to information that's put in our brain and how it's put in our brain and the level of the substances we taking. All that shit, you feel me?
So many people, you're gonna have so many different statistical anomalies, and people, it just starts to add up to crazy shit that happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the average person is beyond capable of murder easily, in my opinion, if you push them properly, or in the right way. Everybody's got something that they care about, and if you fuck with them directly and properly, like somebody who was trained to do that, they could get you to commit murder super easy. You know what I'm saying? Like people are so capable of that. So the amount of like love a human can give is unbelievable, but the amount of evil that can be done is evil as well. You know, like
why is something bothering you about this gun violence or something? Because you just flipped on that all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just keep everything. I don't know everything out there because I've been listening to a lot of drill lately, and I'm not even going to say any names. Like, but
Me too. I ain't gonna
other
lie.
than New York, and a lot out of the Bronx, basically. Yeah, but that's
Me
as far
too.
as I know.
I swear to God, I know who you've been listening to.
Like I'm sure you know most of them, if not all. Like, there's one where there's like 4 of them that I think are insane that came together. Now, I'm not even going to say nothing, but like 4 of them got together. I didn't even know they would even talk to each other. I thought they'd kill each other. There was 4 of them on this one track, and I was like, that's unreal. But it had like 500 views. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I liked.
Oh yeah, that's cool too.
You know what I'm saying? No, but it's gonna hit. You watch, it's gonna hit because all these guys are fire. People just don't know about this shit yet. But anyway, fucking. So I'm listening to it, but like, it's upsetting to me like that. I understand why a kid who had a gun that can switch automatic like that and dump an entire clip, 30 round or more, depending on what you have. You know, it could be 11, could be 17, could be 16, could be a lot of different numbers. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna go with like 30 rounds on a fully auto dump with a switch, like I understand why a dumb kid would buy that, why an angry kid would buy that, but like, how can someone with a conscience make that piece or create it and put the info out there? You know what I mean?
Because he was a dumb kid too. He was probably just everybody human, you know what I mean? But that's just the you know, because remember in high school how dumb we all were. Oh, I had like any type of, you know, just if you were a part of that crowd, you know, they had these kids and they had those kids, I guess. And I was one of them ones that like, oh, like as a kid, you fucked up. Like I thought I was a part of a gang and all that.
I'm not saying that a youth.
And you said, yeah, I know. You said
I get kids.
You're not blaming them, but you blaming the one who made it. But I'm telling you, the one that made it was the kid too.
No, but like no. But when I say the guy who made it, I don't mean the person who like thought it up or the guy who pressed it himself or the company that might own it. Although that gets a little closer, but like to the legislation that allowed that left open, to the people who knew damn fucking well that this thing was about to come out, like somebody was going to know because it got offered to the fucking military immediately, and it said no probably because it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like so. They knew somebody right there at that table when the military got rid of it, they were like, that'll be on the street in 6 months. And then it's coming off the Wish list. That pisses me off too. Like Wish.com. You know, the app, the Wish app. Like
I don't know about that.
You never heard of Wish? People buy like shitty garbage from like China for like five pieces for like $2 of like anything you want. Anything. All dumb little shit like
I want to look into that too.
and they refer to them as like part pieces for like clothes hangers, and they were making like automatic pieces for weapons. You know what I mean? Like, and you just slide them in your weapon, and now it makes it automatic. So like, I'm just saying, like the people who own the factories who make those things, I'm sure there's not a fucking huge weapons factory on every corner. It was made in one of the major ones. There's only so many. Like, and don't tell me Underground Printing's making it. Like, no way. Like somebody's putting the shit out, and I would like to know who it is. Like. They should be spoken.
Put what out?
It's going to be a legal company. It's going to be a real company.
The switch, people put that on themselves. They turn it automatic. They could do that themselves. What do you mean?
I understand that, but you have to buy pieces made for it or machine it. Oh. The information was put out. But any of these unnecessary weapons, honestly, unnecessary fucking weapons, other than military application. Seriously.
Yeah, but I still believe like American kids are weak as fuck, and they need to be. You know,
American kids should do 2 years in the military, and after extreme psychiatric evaluation, certain people should be allowed to fight, and certain people should just be the machine that gets things done, and that's just how it is. And I think they can figure that out one day if they put enough money into it and a little bit of fucking goddamn care, and study a little bit more about PTSD and PTS because that's the worst part about it. But bottom line is like, I don't know, like. It's totally fucked. Like the fact that these automatic type weapons are still getting out on the streets, nobody can fucking figure it out. For 50 years, nobody knows how it's getting done. Like it seems like it's a pretty sweet lick and it's getting done one way the entire fucking time. because no one's ever gotten caught for it.
There's nobody big guy behind them making them parts. It's on the black market, like my nigga said. Shout out East.
I understand that, but do you understand? Do you understand? There's only so many companies that make these things, and they're supposed to be well aware of where they all go.
Why? Because you said that anybody can make that shit. What are you talking about,
bro? If you're buying weapons to fund a fucking a diamond fueled fucking militia in fucking
anybody can make anything
in Africa, you're not gonna buy a bunch of handguns made by some dude in fucking Libya.
Nah,
you know what I mean? You're gonna buy Glock 9mm. You're gonna want Glock 9mm.
Yeah.
Now, how the fuck are a bunch of Glock 9mm getting made in Germany, shipped out legally with every fucking I dotted and every T crossed on their paperwork, all their taxes paid, every gun's accounted for, and the fucking militia shows up in 2 weeks? How do these cases just disappear?
Well, that's another story. I thought you was talking about the.
No, it's not. I think it comes down to one thing. Like, oh, you got robbed. I'm sorry, you made them. You're at fault. Like, these people should take fucking responsibility. If they find your guns on a battlefield and these people shouldn't have been killing each other, you should fucking lose your company because of you're a scumbag. And your security guards are letting them know your people are dirty. Somewhere along the line, your people are dirty, or you deal with dirty people.
They got money for the lawyer to say what?
No shit, they do, but that should be illegal. That should be there should be a law against having too much fucking money and not being allowed to use it to influence the case or the trial. Like,
that's just how the game go, homie. The
lawyer's
gonna say you can't say I knew my shit was being robbed. Period.
Really? They seem to make up new laws that have no fucking sense every day. I think they can make up one law that says you're too powerful and too rich to be fucking stood trial and you're dirty because we can look at it and just see. And then the next guy who takes his job over after he's been put to death won't fuck it up so badly. That could be fixed in one generation. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like if they really went crazy on gun manufacturers, I guarantee you, all of a sudden there wouldn't be any new guns on the street.
I think you're right. You should run for president. Now check this out.
Blueface.
Not Blueface. Academics, mind your fucking business. You fat face, chipmunk, fucking possum fat motherfucker. And then who else? What would be that next? Who's the next motherfucker? Trory Lanez. Come on, man. You know you did that. Come on, little dude. You a little rabbit jumping. It's all good, you know. But you can't. I know you was mad, but don't let that type of shit get you tight, homie. Please, man. You crazy.
Yeah, I read established 87's comments. I'm laughing right now reading his comments. That's just funny. Like, yo, shout out to you. I wish I had seen that during the conversation. I would have fucking died laughing.
Who else did we say? Who else were we talking about? It was Trory Lanez, it was academics, and what was the third motherfucker?
Well, we went in on a few people. We went on CEO Reek.
Oh yeah, T Greezy.
Punk.
Nigga, you better have your security at the house when you're not there. If you got $1 million worth of jewelry, what the fuck is you doing? Have somebody there. If you're not there, why are you on tour without all your jewelry anyway? But that's another story. So we know it wasn't $1 million, but it's all good. We understand the finesse game. But
we got to CC Whack 100 and send him some receipts for some invoices and let him know.
And Reek, Mr. Reek, we done with you on this channel, homies.
Oh, and we got to figure out what concert we were talking about before that we had to buy tickets to, and like 9 of us show up and hassle, dude.
You know what I mean? And that's it. We out of here, man. I can't even do this shit no more. I love y'all, though. Thank y'all. East 87. Shout out East 87. New Age Plug. Love y'all, homies. Peace.
You good, boys. Thank you.